All right. So it's my birthday. So hell yeah, I'm now 20. Let's go. Woo! So yeah, I'm now officially an old man. but nah, I'm kidding. Um, but yeah, I'm 20, and I've lived, well, I guess 2/10 of my life, if presuming I'm gonna die at 100 years old. Which, hey, that would be nice. But well, hopefully naturally too. But yeah, you can't wish for everything. Can't get everything you want in life now, right? But, um, yeah, I'm 20 years old, and if anyone's asking, no, it doesn't feel that different. Well, not right now. I just turned 20, so I mean, hey, yeah. But anyways, um, but throughout my 20 years of my life, I've experienced some shit. I've dealt with a lot of good things in my life. There's a lot of cool stuff that happened, a lot of cool video game experiences I got, and a lot of like cool things I did outside. But there's also some bad experiences. And we're gonna be talking about the bad experiences that almost costed my life, and explaining a lot about that, right? And so, what better off to start off with than almost getting isekai'd by a truck, getting rammed by a truck, uh, which I should probably give some context before like this even happened, right? So, picture this, I'm in I'm 14 years old. I'm going to high school, right? It's my first time experiencing high school. But I'm not going to any other ordinary high school. No, 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 no. I'm going to a STEM high school. Wow, I'm so big brain. Wow, I'm super smart, yo. But no. um, and I mean, the way that I got in was like a raffle system, which they're not doing anymore at this time. Which thank God. But, but they still did that, and I got in through that system actually. So unlucky or lucky, depending on how you view it. But either way, um, I got into that school and it was super stressful. It was very stressful, right? And like the situation, like considering I have a brother with autism and my parents were working a lot to recover financially as well. And there was also like a long distance between it because like I had to wake up at like 6 in the morning ish to go to my high school, like where I was supposed to go, then take a bus over to that like other high school that I signed up for because I had to worry about like the double bus system. And then when I had to come back, then I had to go back through obviously the bus system, leaving around like 3 o'clock ish. Then go to the middle school, do all that things, blah 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 blah. I would get home around like maybe 5 because of like bus things really. So yeah, there's that that whole mess, right? And then I'd have 4 hours of homework to do. So up until like 9 or 10, like this is a schedule I was never used to, and never got used to spoil things. But but yeah, you can imagine like how stressed out I was throughout this entire time as a 14-year-old kid, probably for like some even adults, honestly. But yeah, that was the type of shit I went through. And throughout this in mind, well, on top of all that, on top of this like whole shit cake, basically, um I also had my peers, which some of them were good. For the most part, they were pretty shit. I'm not gonna cap with you, right? Like, because like we were all freshmen at the time. We were all dumbasses. We were all disrespectful little shits. So fair enough. But the thing is, like, oh my god, dude, like they would be so competitive with grades and like just make fun of you if you did get like shit to do. But uh, but yeah, also, what the fuck? I got a message. That was a whole thing. Oh, sorry. I'm getting distracted. Oh no. but um, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that was a whole like stress fest I was dealing with, and at some point I wanted to kill myself. So yeah, not gonna put it lightly. That's just true. I just wanted to kill myself. I want to end it off, right? Yay! Very fun for my birthday. Hey, fucking. but But now you know that. Now knowing all that shit, we go back to the truck story, right? Which I mean, it was like a simple story. It was like me and my other friend I met in middle school. You know, having a good time. I biked over to his house and we hanged out for a bit. And then he was like, "Yo, you want to get like some Red Bulls, get some energy drinks, and like charge up?" And I was like, "Yes." So we went over to like this drugstore where they had like Red Bull cans or whatever, right? We just got a Red Bull can too. But the thing is, like, the way that we got there is like, so we had to cross over the street, like this like double highway-ish kind of road, or like two-way roads, and you know, instead of going through the sidewalk like a normal person, I thought to myself, run through the road. Yes, good idea. Good. I big brain. I think good. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, that was the mentality I was having, and I did it, and I was okay. Nothing happened to me. I was like, oh, pretty clear road. I could just go run through. Ow, all good. Right, we chilling. So I did that. And obviously my friend was shedding his pants. He was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? That's not what you're supposed to do, man. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, it do be like that. And you just do be like that, right? So yeah, that whole thing happened. You know, went over to the drugstore, got my Red Bull earlier than him because I'm just super cool. Look at my drip. That's yeah. There's that. We got all that shit, and then we chilled for a little bit, got our Red Bulls, just relaxed. But then when it came to going back, right, going back over there, what was it? You know, I didn't learn from that lesson that, you know, I could possibly die or harm myself in any sort of way, like all that shit. So instead, I just ran through the road again, and this time it was a bit more heavier traffic this time, right? So like, cars were actually flying past me, and I made it to like the median, like the middle of the road, or road, if you will. And then after that point, it was like, okay, cool, my checkpoint. Get a nice breather, all this shit. We Gucci. But so after all that, right? You know, I thought to myself, okay, catch my breath, let's go. And so, you know, I dashed over to like the other side, but not looking both ways, of course, because why would I ever do that? What am I, a nerd? The fuck, right? It bolts through. This truck just comes running towards me, or like just full hauling ass. Ooh, uh, excuse me. More burpees. But yeah, this truck comes in hauling ass, right? And you know, me not realizing it at the time, I was kind of just like running, and then step on the sidewalk. As soon as I put both feet on the sidewalk and everything, off that truck goes, right? And I was just there like, eh, that's pretty normal, right? But then I saw my friend like right next to me. He was like crying his eyes out and all this, super worried for me. And then I remember back then I was just like, no, it's all good. You know, I mean, if I were to die anyways, it's like, whatever. You know, I didn't care. But obviously he didn't want to take that. Which, hey, you know what? I respect that a lot from him. Like that was mad respects to him, and I appreciate that a lot that he cared for me at that time, especially when I didn't care for myself back at the time. Like, fuck it, no, I was so messed up, yeah. But yeah, I mean, hey, he was a good friend, and now he's off doing something in Texas right now. So I hope he's doing good on his own. Maybe he's seeing this video. And he's like, what the fuck is he doing here? What? And hey, would like to connect back with him sometime. Maybe I should do that instead of like procrastinating this shit. That'd be a smart idea on my end. But anyways, so yeah, that whole scenario happened, and like you know, all like there were other similar scenarios like drug overdosing or like, getting close to drug overdosing, and just like you know, delving down into like a bad lifestyle, really, that you know, that sort of shit. I was pretty close to all those sorts of routes, but you know, my brain kept on telling me no, don't do it, and I was like, why? Why shouldn't I do it? And my brain was like, no. Trust me, older you is going to appreciate you a lot more, and your parents are going to love you a lot more if you don't do this. And I'm like, okay, that seems logical. Sure, let me not do this thing. And hey, I gotta listen to my brain. My brain was out for me, so yeah. Like, and like the whole point of all this is that looking back at all of this entire situation, right? Like, it is, oh my god, it's crazy, right? It's a lot of things, and I'm sure there are like other people who are going through much worse situations out there. And listen, I'm here to tell you, right? It gets better. And I come from a place of privilege, granted, so there is that. I don't have kids, you know, I'm not like severely broke. I'm not like any of those things, especially not right now, right? Like I'm pretty privileged. But For anybody else in my stage, like the whole privilege thing, then trust me, it will get better. Whether automatically or not, it will get better, right? For those that aren't so privileged, I can't give you the best answers, really. I just hope that whatever I say here helps somewhat. So do as you will with it, right? Um, but yeah. Anyways, so what did I do to sort of like calm down, cope and seethe, if you will? Okay, no, I should have been joking about that. Okay, but no, seriously, what do you need to do to like relax and like sort of get your headspace in the right area, right? So what you could do, step numero uno, is well, you could like observe the situation and sort of like think to yourself, why, how, what has led me up to this point, what concurred, all this shit. But chances are you're not at that stage, so you need to relax because you're probably stressed out about the source, right? So step number one is to relax and keep things controlled. Right? You got this like little controlled bubble within you. Yes, do my hand motions. um, but yeah, you have your hand motions. You have the closeness. Okay, and you need to relax. Like honestly, if you're in like a very stressed out state of mind, good luck getting anything done. Like honestly, good luck with getting anything done at all. So yeah, there's that. And a couple ways you could do this is like meditating or walking, like just walking outside with calming music or no music actually. No music is also good too. You know, I wouldn't recommend lying down in your bed and just sort of looking at the ceiling because it gets more depressing really. This is at this point this is also your chance to talk to your family as well. Like maybe you might not have a good connection with them, but again, they're your family, right? You have to at least give it a shot, because like well, they're right there and they raised you for a reason, right? They love you. They care for you. There's a reason why they let you in this household too. It's because they love you. Okay? So knowing all that, at least take the time to just talk with your family and just sit down with them and be like, "Hey, listen, mom and dad, I'm not having a good time. I'm super stressed out and there's like a lot of things that is rolling through my head and I want to talk about it, and like all this sort of stuff." And that's what I had to do. And that's what I did for a lot of my like big problems. I thought they were big, but really it just ended with like a 30-minute conversation with my mom. And that was it. That was all I needed. I didn't need therapy or nothing, just that conversation. And again, also therapy, if you have the money and you have that like option like I do where I get free therapy from my school, that's also good. Or like talk to your school counselor. There's like so many people you could talk to. Go ahead and talk about your problems. That's your step one. Near step two, once you like talk to people about it and you got like outside interpretation of your situation, this is your time to actually, internalize and learn from it and from an outside scope understand what the fuck happened, right? Because back at the time I thought like the whole truck thing was just like a little haha, a little funny, right? I'm playing Frogger, haha, a little funny, but looking back at it now, I see that that's like a really serious thing. That was like a sign of depression or rather sign of suicide because it was like, you know, like I was willing to play with my life, basically, just because it's oh haha funny or like oh it's a nice little convenience, blah blah blah, right? Or oh it's exciting, or, like all these like emotions that like are unexpected and all this shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like I would never think that at this point anymore. I would never think or like same thing with drug overdosing or like just taking drugs in general, because I remember getting like a couple pills of Xanax just offered to me and I was like, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't say why not. But eventually I just decided not to take it because I was like, no, this isn't worth it, like I don't want to do this shit. This isn't who I am. So I didn't do it. And thank God I didn't. Because holy fuck, I would have been in a oh no situation. So yeah, the step two is like learning and analyzing it and seeing what the fuck happened, and leading on to step three, which is like knowing what you can do to prevent this situation from happening, or rather the build up to this situation, right? Because that's the more important part. Let's be honest. Okay, so as I mentioned before, stress relieving techniques like meditation and journal, like stuff like that, is always very useful for everything and all things. Okay, So yeah, that helps. To an extent, if you're responsible about this, and by responsible, I mean like, you know, you don't let video games overtake your life, or like entertainment or whatever, right? Presuming you don't let that overtake your life, you know, just go ahead and do those things. Like, take a little break. That's probably what you need anyways at this point. Uh, so yeah, that's really all I gotta say about that remark. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say in that regards, actually. Sorry. I have a bit of a tight schedule. I'm trying to keep things going as I can. But it's really all I have to say. I'm not trying to go over time here, even though I already have. But um but yeah, I mean, again, if you really need any sort of support, I'll either have the number on screen right now, or if it's not there, look at the description at the least. And yeah, if you're really going through the situation, like if you're thinking about like suicide or anything like that, trust me, it'll be better. It will be better. Just stick through it. Do it for your family and your friends, if all else. Okay? Thank you. I hope you have a great time. I'm not gonna do the funny outro because it's just out of taste, and so I'll just end it off there. So yeah, good luck, and hope you stay alive.